The Grinch has entered the chat and I'm gonna tell you if these products are my naughty or nice list. We are finally back with yet another criticizing new makeup releases video. I have taken a break from filming these and posting these, mainly because I noticed that y'all aren't as interested in these types of videos, but also, I'm not gonna lie, I can only say and criticize so many things. I've just been reconsidering what kind of platform I want to have, how I want to use it. I feel like these videos can be quite negative, and I've been questioning whether I want to keep doing them or not. And now I know a lot of y'all are gonna be like, I love these videos, they help me, but the analytics are telling me otherwise. So if you want these videos to be revived, I encourage you to engage in the content by liking it, leaving a comment, and I also might consider spicing this up in the new year. I'm just not sure how I want to do it yet, but for now, I don't have any new ideas, so we're just going to continue the series. Today, we are going to be criticizing new drugstore makeup releases specifically. If you are new to my channel, I basically just share with you hot takes and personal opinions about upcoming new releases. Take everything I say with a grain of salt. The whole point of the series is to talk you through my thought process and how I decide whether or not to make a purchase. It's also meant to create a community in the comment section about new makeup, so don't be afraid to share your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. You don't have to just reply to what I'm saying, you can reply to what someone else is saying. I just ask for you to be kind and respectful of each other because at the end of the day, we are just talking about makeup. Alright, let's start off with the NYX face glue, which this is kind of an old release. Again, I haven't done this video in a while, so some of these are gonna be old. NYX is funny. They like to take things so literally. I could see a child wanting this or mistaking this for glue. Like imagine being a mom buying the NYX face glue for makeup and then your child uses it for like a craft project. That's what this is screaming right now. It's very much giving the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. I already have the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer, so I definitely do not need this. They also have a setting spray version. Ooh, okay, so it's makeup stuck like glue with no sticky feel. So I think that this is meant to stand out from the e.l.f. Power Grip and be the opposite kind of what the e.l.f. Power Grip is, which I like. I like that NYX is trying to have a similar formula but maybe do it a little bit better. Let me know if you've tried this. I don't mind the stickiness of the e.l.f. Power Grip. I actually kind of like it for that reason, especially when I'm covering acne spots. And NYX is just a brand that I think deserves so much more credit, so much more hype. They're just a fun brand, especially for drugstore. They're not afraid to experiment with color, experiment with concepts. Is it weird sometimes? Yeah, it's weird sometimes. Like a face glue, it's weird. But I think that they aren't afraid to stand out, and that's what I like about the brand. They also have like a wide range of products, enough to have their own store in certain areas. So I really can't complain about the brand, and they have some standout products. I also just wanted to interrupt to clarify what my channel is all about. I think that I do have a mix of viewers, people who thoroughly enjoy beauty, product reviews, shopping videos, etc. And then I also have the side of people that really want anti-hauls, de-influencing, conscious consumerism, things like that. I don't want to be one or the other type of content creator. What I'm really trying to do is create a balance between the two, not the extreme of never buying anything and not the extreme of buying everything. I'm just trying to be that middle ground, if you know what I'm saying. So if you are that type of person who just wants to be more conscious of your purchases but you still love beauty, this is the place for you. If you absolutely hate consumerism, this is not the place for you. And if you're someone who wants to buy everything, you want everything to be positive, you want me to like every product, also not the place for you. So hopefully that clears things up. You are gonna see a mixture of recommendation videos, but also videos that kind of talk about how you can make better use of your spending. Then we also have a release from Milani. This is their Cheek Kiss Liquid Blush and Glow. It has finely milled pearl pigments to create an instant soft focus candle lit effect. Retailing for $12.99. I am so uninterested in this. One thing about drugstore and just I guess the makeup industry as a whole is that it's constantly like brands copying each other and trying to create reiterations of each other, especially at the drugstore. I guess I've never had the opportunity to really talk about fully how I feel about dupe culture, but I'm not the biggest fan. I'm a fan because I like that there are affordable options out there for people who can't spend like $50 on a product or $20 or even $30 on a product, right? I also think it's necessary for drugstore brands to try to stay competitive with other similar brands and also higher end brands, so it makes sense as to why dupe culture is a thing. But I feel like sometimes it lacks innovation. This is a great example of that. It's just supposed to be another glowy liquid blush. I'm not interested in it. I didn't even like the $40 Charlotte Tilbury one, so I will not be buying this. Again, NYX is a brand that, you know, every once in a while they're duping other brands or staying competitive with drugstore brands, but they're still doing something different. They still try to make it kind of different. When I think of Milani, yes, they have some great products. I love their setting spray and their lip products, but a lot of their releases to me lack concept, and that's what I want more of. It's like concept, innovation, take what's already out there, make it a little different, and this isn't feeling like that. Also, this type of packaging, I think we're over it at this point. The squeeze tube with the sponge tip, over it. E.l.f. is another brand that clearly tries to dupe high-end brands, but what I like about e.l.f. is they still try to make it their own thing. Unlike other brands like MCO Beauty, that's just wrong to me. No matter if it's legal or not, I really think MCO Beauty is pushing it, but that's just me though. With e.l.f., they try to dupe, but they always either make the formula better, sometimes it's worse, and for the most part, they try to keep their packaging aligned with the rest of their brand instead of being like I keep calling MK Beauty, but MK Beauty is a little bit more extreme. Maybe that's a stretch. Maybe I'm a little biased towards e.l.f. I probably am. That being said, they are launching a dupe of the Glow Drops from Glow Recipe. This is going to be called e.l.f.'s Holy Hydration Thirst Burst Drops. Cute name. See, they have a whole different name. It's supposed to be a multi-use brightening and hydrating gel serum, revealing a juicy, radiant complexion. It has 1% hibiscus complex and 5% niacinamide and hyaluronic acid. It's going to retail for $12. You can tell by the pink formula, this is very much giving Glow Recipe, but the bottle itself is blue, and the bottle itself is very much matching the e.l.f. aesthetic and the e.l.f. brand. They could have easily tried to mimic the bottle. They could have easily made the bottle even pink, but this is for e.l.f. skin, and a lot of their skin products are blue, and this is what I mean. Also, even though it's a very similar concept to the Glow Recipe, the ingredients are sometimes slightly different. I know Glow Recipe is like watermelon, but for e.l.f. they're doing hibiscus complex, which maybe it's a cheaper ingredient, I'm not sure. Either way, to me, there's enough of a difference where it's like a dupe, but it's still kind of true to the brand. e.l.f. also launched their Camo Liquid Bronzer and Contour. This is supposed to be an ultra pigmented liquid bronzer, retailing for $7 in 10 different shades. Now, this is a play off of their, what's it called? Their Rare Beauty dupe. It was like their liquid blushes. I feel like there's a name for this. Or did they just call it their liquid blushes? Either way, again, packaging is different from Rare Beauty. The formula is where it kind of feels like a dupe. I did really enjoy the e.l.f. liquid blush. I am very curious about this. I saw this in the store the other day and I considered buying it. I just couldn't figure out which shade I wanted, whether I wanted like a contour or a bronzing shade. And I do think that the liquid blush formula was fairly good, especially if you prefer like pigmented dewy blushes. Oh, and they also release more shades of the liquid blushes. So I have been searching for a good liquid bronzer. I mainly have cream bronzers right now, so I don't think it would hurt for me to try this out. I have tried some liquid bronzers from the drugstore and I don't think anything has really met my expectations. I even tried the e.l.f. like squeeze tube contour, and for some reason I remember liking it, but I absolutely hated the packaging. So now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, wait, why are they creating another contour bronzer? Because they already have one. I wonder if they're gonna like phase that one out. I do prefer this packaging better, that's for sure. And this is also a natural finish, which I prefer over a glowy finish. Dang, have I been missing all the e.l.f. releases lately? I didn't realize they've been releasing products back to back. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? That might be giving color popping. You know what happened to color pop. So just in time for the holidays, they released their glitter eyeshadows and lip balm. I did buy these. I bought the Finest Fleck glitter eyeshadows for $6 because I was curious to compare them to the Patrick Ta. Right off the bat, they're not comparable to the Patrick Ta. I mean, they're $6. What do you expect? In comparison to Urban Decay, I also do not think they are comparable. I think that they are good on their own, but I don't consider them to be dupes. I would just recommend you to splurge on either the Urban Decay or the Patrick Ta if you can get them on a sale specifically, but they're just not the same kind of formula. The Patrick Ta is very much that slurry baked formula, which is usually more expensive adhesive, and then the Urban Decay is more of a hard press scattered glitter formula. I got the shades in Filthy Rich and the other one was Champagne. I have that somewhere, I can't find it, but these initially when you swatch them, they look like they're going to be dupes, but the more I use them, specifically the Champagne color, the more I started digging my fingers into them, the sparkle was just dusty and crusty. That shade would not recommend. I think that it looks and feels like a cheaper eyeshadow. I mean, it does the trick if you want something bright and white for the inner corners, but if you want something that's like Patrick Ta or Urban Decay, I wouldn't expect it from that. What I do recommend though is the Filthy Rich shade in this line, because I actually feel like standalone, I'm obsessed with it. It's kind of similar to what I have on my eyes today. This is from the Natasha Denona palette. The coloring is a little bit different, but this one is very glittery and sparkly. The formula is also more of a powder formula, but there is a lot of flecks in them, which gives you that kind of glittery feel and look, but they are not reflective. They're not as reflective as the Urban Decay. They're not as reflective as the Patrick Ta. They just look like a really beautiful like foiled metallic, and because they're kind of scattered flecks of metallic, it kind of like gives off the vibe of a scattered glitter shadow without being that. I think this is a really nice smoky kind of taupey eyeshadow. So if that's what you're looking for and maybe you don't want to pay Patrick Ta pricing and you have the Urban Decay, you can tap the Urban Decay on top of this to give it more of that reflective look. Alone, I really enjoy this. I do think that the packaging is so cute. I love clear packaging for some reason because I just like being able to see what's inside. And $6 for this is not that bad, especially because I actually like it. Just don't get the other shade. As for the glitter lip balms, I considered buying this too. Do I need a glitter lip balm though? No, I've just been really glitter obsessed lately and I'm on the search to find like the perfect glitter lip gloss. So I almost bought these, but then I realized I don't really like either color. Speaking of glitter, we have more glittery releases. It is that season of glitter and I am totally here for it. Maybelline is launching their last Sensational Sky High Space Diamond Glitter Mascara for $10. I don't love this formula. Maybe it's because I need to try the waterproof version, but I think the formula on my eyelashes, my straight, curled eyelashes, it's very much a mediocre mascara, but I do think that this is kind of a cool vibe. If you are doing like a fun winter photo shoot or holiday photo shoot, I could see you buying this. Like I would buy it for that reason, but for everyday real life, it looks kind of strange, no? Oh, and we're not done with the glitter launches. We have another glitter launch from Revlon, their Super Lustrous Glimmer Gloss. I am very interested in this because like I said, I'm looking for that perfect glittery lip gloss and I want this to be it. Comes in so many different shades. I think Revlon is trying to make a comeback and I don't know if you saw, I completely forgot, but they are relaunching their glossy lipsticks in different packaging. At one point they were discontinued and you could only buy them on Amazon. Unfortunately, all at the same time they went viral. So I'm glad they are taking that positive feedback and relaunching. Along with this glitter gloss, I do think that this is extremely on trend, especially for someone like me. If I saw this in the store, I would probably pick up one or two of the shades, likely the gold one, whichever one looks the most glittery to me. Oh, we have another Milani launch, which I completely missed. This is their new full glossy plumping lip. 3-in-1 multitasker. Glassy shine, balm-like comfort, and a plumped up pout. It's too late for this. I need dinner. You know what? I think Milani's vibe is very much the same kind of audience of Charlotte Tilbury, but obviously cheaper. Like if you want the Charlotte Tilbury glowy skin, Hollywood filter vibe, but for a cheaper price, you go to Milani. So that's kind of how I'm guessing their vibe, especially with this launch. I think that when it comes to their products, I trust them when it comes to lips, especially in this formula. I actually like this packaging better than NYX. I find that this packaging is a lot more sophisticated. I also like the color story of this versus NYX. I think that this color story is a lot more muted, more wearable, and way more up my alley than a lot of the NYX shades. NYX likes to go a lot more bold and saturated with their lip colors, but Milani is very like subtle, natural. In this shade range, I like hazel, honey, spice. I'd love to see truffle on somebody. Yeah, I can get with this. I think if I saw these in person or if I was looking for a specific color, I am actually running out of my Hourglass Phantom Gloss. So instead of rebuying that, if I was missing it, I would go to Milani first. And then we have a launch from L'Oreal, and I'm not gonna lie, I do not care about this one. I don't really have much to say about it besides I feel like it should have been launched in the summer. This feels like a summer launch. I don't know why, maybe because it's highlight, but I'm also just unimpressed, I guess. Ooh, another glowy highlight stick. Am I missing something here? I mean, I'm not someone who is a highlighter person. I do like their Lumi Glowtion, and maybe this is for those of you who don't want the liquid highlighter, you want more of a stick highlighter, and maybe they're trying to be like Charlotte Tilbury, where she switched her Flawless Filter to more of a stick form. Maybe that's what that's giving, but I would predict that this is one of their products that gets discontinued fairly quickly. Let me know if you like this. This was an exciting launch. Oh, I already talked about this. But I didn't tell you that it was launched in the US. It's already gone viral, which is no surprise, and I am opting out of it. I was very interested at first. I had 2 of the shades in my cart, but then I saw a few reviews, and Maybelline, I don't really like their lip products. I thought their lifter glosses were okay. I tried their like vinyl lip glosses, the one that like super stays on your lips and is glossy. I did not like how sticky it was on my lips. It like enhanced the lines on my lips, and seeing people use this gave the same vibe. I've also been tapped into Asian beauty a lot more lately. I do have matte lip tints from K-Beauty that do not make my lips dry. So if I were you, I would probably pass on these if you hate drying lip products. I feel like this is more for those of you who want something that is extremely long lasting. So this is gonna be a pass for me. Speaking of these Superstay long lasting glosses, NYX is launching another one. Lip IV Hydrating Gloss Serum. This is what I mean. NYX is weird. They got weird concepts out there, and you know what? I respect it. Even though I don't like it, I respect it because they're trying. And these are super bold colors. Again, they're not afraid to go with those bold colors. They do have some nudes in there, but I don't think I'm the audience for this one. I'm not a fan of super bold lips, and I don't want a hydrating gloss stain because in my experience, they have only done me dirty. I also swear NYX already has a product like this, so it's gonna be a pass for me. And in the time that I was filming this, L'Oreal is launching their Plump Ambition Lip Oil. Y'all, I think we are lip oiled out at this point. We are lip oiled out. We don't need any more. We don't want any more. And I don't know how this is going to be different from all the other 100 lip oils on the market, including drugstore, including high-end, including luxury. I feel like L'Oreal is behind on this one. They said better late than never, but who knows, maybe it's good. I think this was the most uninteresting new makeup releases video, which I feel like is what y'all want. Y'all want to hear me complain. Y'all want to hear me talk about things that I don't like so that you guys are not influenced to buy them, and I can understand how it can be a good break from all of these other content creators and influencers pushing you to buy things. So I will keep them around as long as y'all continue to engage. With that being said, let me know in the comments your hot takes and personal opinions about upcoming new makeup releases. The whole point of this video is to create a little community down in the comments below. As always, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new to my channel, and I will catch you on the flip side.